starring UK MC Skepta. This film contains graphic scenes of nudity, drugs and violence. Please switch off now if you feel you're going to be offended. Listeners' discretion is advised.
I've been keeping my ear to the streets. The UK run out of ideas. Everybody doing covers of American beats. If it's not the Ace Hood hustle hard flow, then it all sounds like Rick Ross to me. This is the I'm supposed to respect. SMD, PAUS to the E.
You've been kind of stealth this year. A lot of people would say that you've been stealth for 2013.
Yeah.
How would you describe it?
Yeah, I just ain't trying to be in like people's faces all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's not like sometimes I've just got to dedicate my time to my music and my supporters that are on everything that I do. You know what I mean? So because to some whoever would say that I've ghost, they're probably looking at it from a different aspect, but. You know, people that listen to my music all the time, they would say, no, Skepta's been, you get me, I've been on like featuring with all the top artists that brought out mixtapes this year and last. And obviously I'm just letting Blacklisted breathe. I think that's the main reason, yeah.
Well, talk to us about Blacklisted, because some people's confused whether it was a mixtape or an album.
No, that was my mixtape, man. Mm-hmm. That was my mixtape. That was something, a guy once said to me, oh man, you know, a carpenter ain't a carpenter unless he's got tools. You can't fix things without tools. So if you call yourself an artist, Skepta, why haven't you got your own studio? And I thought to myself, wow, that is so true. Like I'm not an artist. I should have studio, you know, at my feet at any time I want, you know. So I went out and I bought a studio. Actually, when I was on tour, I bought the studio for the tour bus. And then when I got back to the London show, I just took all the equipment and took it to my house, you know what I mean? So Blacklisted was a CD that I made, a mixtape that I made because I could just make music anytime I wanted to make music, you know what I mean? I was staying in the studio until, you know, 7 in the morning and going home or waking up at 12 and coming straight back to the studio, you know what I mean? So it was a CD that I just made just for being me, no rules, no nothing, saying whatever I want to say. You know, I didn't think it would be, you know, accepted how it did, man, because I was saying a lot of things on there, you know what I mean? But people just love it, man. I've seen people that I know that have been hating on me for a long time. I shouldn't even say that hate. I don't like that hating word, but just people who just even, you know, your mind's closed to someone. You're like, oh, I don't dislike him. I don't dislike Skepta, but I don't like him either. A lot of people that was close to me, you know what I mean, now they're saying, I've seen them and they're like, no, you know what, that's the Skepta that I like. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just plan to, elaborate, improve on that CD to make Konnichiwa now more polished, more live. You know what I'm saying? Just make it as sick as I can.
Did you feel blacklisted or blackballed? Is that why you called it Blacklisted?
Yeah, man. That's what the whole thing was about. I don't just think me. I mean just us as a culture. That's what I was fighting for on the CD. If you listen to what I was saying, it was like just us as a culture, you know, when we want to be ourselves. And the reason that people like us in the first place, I feel like along the way in your career, they kind of try and strip that off you know what I'm saying? And I got to the point where I was making music and I felt like in 2012 I was making music because it was my job to make music. And I had to have a reality check and say, raw, like, this ain't a job to me. Like, I love music so much that even if I wanted to stop making music, if everybody said Skepta's whack, we're never listening to him again. Like, he's done some next thing, like I just did something and, you know, I was on TMZ and I was this blacklisted rapper. It's not going to stop me making music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would always make tunes and they're always going to be sick, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I'll always make sick tunes to the day I die because I just feel like I'm that person that I can do that. So that's what I did. That's why I made Blacklisted, to show people. I didn't do no radio interviews, I didn't do no press, I didn't touch one magazine, not one piece of, it was just my Twitter and my YouTube channel that I made from scratch. I made Underdog Psychosis YouTube channel and I said I'm going to do Blacklisted off this channel and show, you know, everybody, like every single person. I'll show people that I don't need radio, you know, like I don't need to be radio. And I was #1 album entry of the week that week. They had to talk about me on Radio 1 that week, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that was, to serve a purpose, and I think that's definitely served this purpose, man.
You're telling people you don't like me. Real killers never make a sound. All my beside me. Shoot that down.
Now the forthcoming album, man, Konnichiwa. What can you tell us about this, man? A lot of people are looking forward to that.
Konnichiwa was like, when I was making Blacklisted, I was that part of me, as I said, you know, doing what I want in music. Inevitably, I had to look back to what I felt like when I started. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did I start making music? That's the mind frame that I was in. So, you know, with doing that, I ended up finding like some of the tunes what my dad used to play. Hence, songs like "Lay Her Down." You know what I'm saying? They were just the influence of stuff that my dad used to play back in the day. And going back, I found like all them old school, like them singers, that the funk and that, they was doing a lot of like 8-bit sounds, like the original sounds, you know what I mean? I was listening to like, I started messing about on a sampler of some 8-bit sounds, and I thought, raw, this is a sound, you know, like, yeah, I'm in this. Even Jamie vocaled one song called Final Boss one time, Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack, and I thought, wow, I was a bit sick still. So yeah, I'm just taking it back to the whole 8-bit sound. Konnichiwa, the name comes from like, I just got into Japanese fashion, like just that's on a different level, innit? I just got into Japanese fashion, but I feel like technology and gaming and all that stuff and the anime, you know, visuals that I'm gonna be put into it, they all tie into one, you know what I'm saying? So Konnichiwa was, yeah, but I just thought, yeah, man, that sounds sick when you say the word as well.
Very serious, man. I think people are surprised that that's the title of the album.
I know, and my brother was like, bro, if you put an album called Konnichiwa, no one's gonna even know, you know, what it means. So I thought, you know what, the title track, I have to make a title track for Konnichiwa. So yeah, I finished Konnichiwa. I'm just getting it mixed now, and then I'm gonna drop the video soon, man. In the next month, I'll be dropping that, man.
Get fresh, then I step back. Dig the red button, prep back. So many gal around. You were the fool, it was you found. Down, layer. If I get look buff, then I slay her. And if the jugs, then my big like KT. Perry, then make up for John Mayer.